Ears. I can't hear you now. No sound. Ears. I can't hear you now. No sound. Ears. No, your sound. My sound is fine. Your sound. Your desktop. Your
Okay,
mic. Your
now
mic.
can you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
everything is all over the place, guys. I am very sorry. I am just reeking of unprofessionalism. But छोड़ो दोस्तों, ये
Join the club, dude. This is the intro of my streams usually. The intro of my streams is me just flailing at the camera and doing silent emoting exercises where nobody can actually hear what I'm saying and they're just making out. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes. At least you manage in 30 seconds. I'll give you
Listen,
that.
I have, okay, every time there is a stream, okay, I forget lots of things. I forget maybe I forget, oh shit, I have to make the intro. Or, oh no, I have to, and today I've had peak unprofessionalism. I forgot to add the stream key and I click live and it's going live somewhere else.
Somewhere in the world. It's
Somewhere
going on.
else. I'm mute everywhere. I'm mute on my mic. The mic is not unmuting.
Maybe
but
you're live on Samay's channel.
Maybe
right
I'm.
now.
Oh my god. तो दोस्तों आज हम खेलेंगे दोस्तों like कर दो दोस्तों. But yeah, to all people who are here, welcome league, welcome to another episode of Binge-O-Clock. Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Yes.
How many weeks is it now? Are we 16? 16 weeks in a row?
16. I can't believe it.
Weeks in a row. That's crazy.
It is. I think every stream of ours starts with us realizing how unbelievable it is that we've done 16.
It's like, every MGM movie starts with that lion going, huh? This is just us going, huh?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is.
Also, I have to appreciate, okay? Rohan, 4 streams this week. Look at you. From the least consistent to being extremely consistent streamer on YouTube. I am appreciating it max.
Son, you gonna lose your shit when you find out who coming to my stream on Saturday.
Who? Give us secrets, man. Come on, give us gossip.
No gossip. It's fingers crossed. If I can swing it, it's the nicest shark.
Ooh. Nice. Very good fun. This is
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
This is going to be fun.
Fingers crossed. Next week also is fun, by the way. It's still in the process of this thing. But since today I went and shot promotional video.
I sort of knew who would be next
shot
week.
my shot and they're coming.
Yeah,
and they
of course
said
they
they'll
would
do
be
it.
there.
So
of course.
Tuesday they are coming. And if I can swing it, it's not confirmed yet. Wednesday also should be a fun stream.
Wow, dude.
Next week. So
you seem to be really acing it.
I'm just like, it's just that thing, man. It's now just that thing.
Of what? Like, chal, every week guest ko bulate hai.
Like, no, you know what it is? It's like, I'm like one of those people where it's like, if I one day order a butter chicken roll from Swiggy and I love it, I'd be like, now for the next 9 days, I'm only going to eat this butter chicken roll. And the best, and basically the Shark Tank India scene just really like, I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
It, and also with COVID, just sitting at home,
Yeah.
going on Tanmay stream, this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
And it just came from there. Anyway, like and it's fun and I'm enjoying it. And it gives structure to my day and it's nice. And it's nice to just chat with everybody. There's 270 people here. Nice chat with everybody. Nice to sort of hang.
Yeah.
I also like things like 30 questions, things like this. I like having conversations with interesting people.
Yeah.
Like, man, every day, this is a really nice part of my week for me that I get to on Wednesday or Thursday. Just we sit, chill, chat about pop culture. It's like, it's fucking therapy, man, in a way.
That's what's gonna happen, guys. So lots of things. Okay, first things first, click on Rohan's channel right now. He's tagged over there. Go subscribe to his channel. Amazing content coming this Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday. My God, you have to remove the least from your banner because now it has officially become the most consistent channel on YouTube.
It's just right now, like I don't want to jinx it. I feel like the second I remove that slug, I'll jinx it and just stop immediately. So yeah, that's the that's the vibe. But
amazing.
Yeah.
So subscribe to Rohan's channel. That is the main thing. Lots of fun content coming up. If you're new to this channel, you subscribe to this channel. But more importantly,
do it.
Spam the like button dabao, like button dabao, press the like button and send this link to your friends because today we are not doing something like Peacemaker, which we saw through sources. And we are not doing something very niche. Today we are doing the most generic stream. We are talking about the best trilogies that we have ever seen, and it
ever.
okay, ever. Danny G has said, Rohan, Loop Lapeta looks promising. Please talk about it.
So I feel like these things usually happen with like an embargo since it's releasing tomorrow. So that would be like this thing. But I mean, the short version, enjoyed.
Yeah, looks
Like
beautiful.
enjoyed. And not just saying because of it, enjoyed. I would have kept quiet if for this thing, enjoyed.
Mazedar. It's coming tomorrow
Yeah,
at 12:30. So those
tomorrow
please watch it
12:30.
on Netflix.
Yes.
And also, thank you so much, Harsh Naidu. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Abhinav has said, I am the Mafatlal of the month. I am the Mafatlal of the month.
Confirmed.
Mephisto.
Hashtag confirmed. You have.
Confirmed.
This is Rohan's evil plan. Okay, to be the Mephisto and
I am the
Mafatlal of
Mephisto.
the month.
It's
so
been-
it's officially done.
It's been me all along. I was the one pulling the strings all along. I'm a celestial. I was hiding in Earth. And now I'm just going to rise up in the Indian Ocean and foul it up.
Oh, there's so much. Tara Priyadas. Tara Priyadas, by the way, every stream of yours and mine, she is always after you. But thank you so much, Tara, for the constant love and super chat. I don't know when he'll propose, but we'll figure something out. Last announcement, then we'll straight away start the stream. Harsh Naidu, I said earlier, but welcome. Thank you. So everybody, if you want to become a member of the channel, it's very simple. You can click the join option over there and become a member. Support the channel. There are different membership options with different membership perks. No one has taken any of the higher membership perks. So there are no perks, but yeah,
It's okay.
बना
It's
लेंगे.
fine.
If
It's
there are
fine.
more
हम भी
members,
बना लेंगे.
हम भी बना लेंगे. हम भी अरे कर लेंगे यार कर लेंगे. So think of it as an investment. Okay, 1%
Yes.
stake, 5%
Yes.
stake in this channel.
Yes.
Press the join button, become a member today. Join the Watana public.
Right now,
and-
you are looking at the chat and going, sharks.
Yeah,
क्या
I
आपने
am
कभी सोचा
literally,
है?
everyone's a shark. I'm like, guys, I am giving you 100% of my channel for 1% of your like.
So 1%, literally, that's it. That's it, literally.
All right, guys, chalo.
Yes.
No more time wastage. We'll start. Okay, we'll start with the best trilogies of all time. Okay, at the count of 3. Okay, Rohan, let's just start. Okay, at the count of 3, I want you to name the best trilogy according to you. Okay, and then we will go into what our lists are. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Doom.
LOTR. I knew it.
Okay. So
Okay,
let's
you know what?
establish
No,
one
if,
thing
if
first.
you're going
alright?
down that zone, 1 second. I have also listed a trilogy in that same department, which for me has to come under why I think is the best trilogy. But okay, let's talk about your establishment.
No, go for it. Why? Go. I want to hear what your trilogy is.
As Sahil, wow, 2 Sahils think the same. Best trilogy has to be Koi Mil Gaya, Krish, and then Krish 3. Because Rakesh Roshan's like, fuck it. It doesn't exist. That's
No,
my
dude,
maths.
you don't understand. It does exist.
it
it's
doesn't.
Just it's in the quantum realm.
It's
It's in the quantum realm, okay? It's in the Christum realm. In the Christum realm.
Just-
and it will come out, right?
It's
You
not
don't
even like
understand,
Koi Mil
alright?
Gaya
One
was
day,
one.
Hrithik Roshan is going to launch his kid, and that kid is going to be in Krish 2.
oh man.
And it's going to fuck your mind when they do like the whole time travel dark shit. It's going
Yeah.
to fuck you up.
Launching it on 25th December on Christmas. Thank you guys. I had to.
You
I
had
waited
to.
10
You
years
had
for
to.
this joke. To
Oh
be cracked.
man, you had to. That's fair. That's fair. That's totally 100%. Kryptonite, says Advait. Kryptonite is too good.
Thank you so much, Dicky, for the super chat. She said, much love from a proud new member of Oils. That's right. Welcome to the
the
Oils
Oils.
Society. Love geeking out with the two of you. That's right. Okay, cool. What were you saying now, Rohan?
So, okay, here's what I was saying. All right, I figured when we decided the topic of this episode, I obviously just went online and just googled movie
Same.
trilogies and this
Same.
and that and did
Same.
all of that. And obviously, I feel like Lord of the Rings is one of those Matrix type things where we just go, hai,
And move.
must there, and you move on. All
Yeah.
right. And we can talk about it first because let's face it, again, it's one of those things where we take it for granted now. But when it first came out, I can say after 2 decades or 2.5 decades or 2 decades of my life already at that point watching movies, I had never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Right? I've never seen anything like it, just in the sense that it's more than like, say, Star Wars and this, which we will come to with my unpopular opinion about Star Wars. All right. And you watch it and you think to yourself, especially because the source material, right? I mean, let's face it, this is the, like, you can't even say that cliched fantasy trope because every cliche we know about fantasy tropes came from literally Gandalf and Frodo and
Yeah, of
Aragorn,
course.
right? It's literally the reluctant hero and the mentor wizard and all of those tropes, right? It's the classic hero's journey. And plus, before, like, say, a Game of Thrones or a this, that, whatever, also, even in the Lord of the Rings times, if you think about it, in your head, it can seem damn cringy, right? This is one of those things where the dialogue is so like, it's very straight-faced, right? Now we're very used to ironic and fuck you, fantasy and this, that. It's very straight-faced and sincere. It can be damn cringy in the wrong hands. So to watch it and to see everything and still in a very emotional, dramatic, straight-faced word, and to not feel any, now we become a very ironic culture, no? Everything has to be meta or this or ironic, or if there's something cringy, you have to point it out. Like, it's very rare. Like, now we have like a, what do you call it? Fuck, Wheel of Time or whatever. But everything else is like a very modern, gritty uptake. Lord of the Rings does the straight face thing, and that love that shines through in every frame, right? In terms of the detail. I just remember there's that prologue, and then there's that Hobbiton sequence, right? When Gandalf arrives.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm in the world. And for 3 years, that's the achievement of it. For 3 years, year after year, you're like, okay, you watch Fellowship of the Ring and you're like, okay, chal, lightning in a bottle, they did it once. There's no, and by this point, I reread the books. I'm like, there's no way. Then you watch Two Towers, all right? And the entire Helm's Deep happens. And you're like, there's no way they're sticking this landing, right?
The scale of what
there's a way to do scale wrong, right? Like in the sense that a lot of movies will show you the idea of hundreds of thousands of soldiers rushing or whatever, but it just looks like CGI ants or whatever, right? Here, dude, between Helm's Deep and then in the third movie, Pelennor Fields, all right? Every, like, even within the CGI, within everything just landed. Everything had weight. And by the end, you're just weeping.
It's a fantastic.
Like, it's astounding.
So I will agree with you on the point of us talking about, like, I mean, everyone will say Lord of the Rings at the top, and I just also have to say that, do you ever feel happy that whenever you're watching the second one and when they go to the kingdom of Rohan, are you like, अपना बाप का अपना ही kingdom है, अपना ही kingdom है,
अपना ही है. What a great pickup line. Great pickup. Hey, how do you like to be a rider of Rohan? No. Put it away. I have no desire to be Rohirrim.
Chicks are like, you have no power here.
Rim job? Surely you mean the Rohirrim. Shut up now. Shut the fuck up. Yes.
So yeah. Okay,
so we establish it. But what I was, the larger point of that very horrible Tolkien-esque digression is that when I started Googling the subject, I realized this was going to be very complicated because of also the cinematic world is now large enough that how do you define a trilogy? Right? Like somebody pointed out that technically Kevin Smith's Jersey trilogy also is a trilogy. Right?
Interesting.
With
very interesting.
Chasing Amy, Clerks, all of those things, right? And that's also a trilogy.
Yeah.
So do you count that as well?
The
Before Sunrise, Sunset movies, that's a trilogy. That's a trilogy. You don't think about it.
If I'm not wrong, Old Boy and all are part of a trilogy. It's technically in that same.
No, so it's a thematic trilogy. It's a thematic trilogy, but I don't think like the characters know each other, if I remember correctly. It's more of a thematic, where the general theme of the movies is vengeance. Oh man, if we're opening that can of worms, then now we got to go to Krzysztof Kieslowski and Red, White, Blue, which were basically 3 movies that were completely unconnected, but the theme was the 3 colors of the French flag.
Oh wow!
And
I have
Liberty.
Never heard of that.
Oh yeah, so very, very famous director.
Okay.
And unfortunately also passed away. Like still pretty much in his prime. He did these amazing thematic works. So one was this work called Decalogue, which was basically 10 films. Each one, and again, they're not connected in any way, but each one is about one of the commandments. One of the 10 commandments. So theme will be like, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not this thing. Is the loose theme of it. And Red, White, Blue essentially reinterprets liberty, equality, fraternity, but into more deeply personal stories. Right? So liberty is this woman trying to leave her marriage or whatever. So just different takes.
Interesting. Very fascinating.
On these things. And that's now we're going to a whole different space.
Okay, I'll tell you how I'm going to define the stream. Okay. So, and I feel like this best trilogies cannot be just a one-parter because there's a lot of ground to cover. So what we will try
I think it's a 3-parter.
Oh, we should do.
You should do. So, and we have to scale. Following the rules of trilogies, we have to scale up and then we have to break the rules.
Yeah. It is going to be exactly like this, okay? This episode is going to be a phenomenal episode. You guys are like, oh my god, I had so much fun. You'll come to see the second episode. You're like, dude, not bad. They still did a pretty decent job. And in the third episode, we're going to shit all over it.
Exactly. Because we're going to throw out all of Rian Johnson's work and bring Abrams back and just do whatever the fans want. And it'll be like, Sahil will fly through the air. And
in space, because fuck it, now I have the force. I can do that.
We're a dyad, bitch.
I have force connection. Okay, you know what?
We're a dyad in the force, bro.
We are going to get into massive. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. Okay, if you want.
So we just say Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Let's say a few which are just guaranteed the best, and there is no point even going too deep into it because.
It is what it is. That.
And if you've not seen it, then I think there's something like, I mean, you're clearly missing out on good cinema.
Correct.
Would definitely be Lord of the Rings up top.
Yeah.
Would be the entire Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. I'm coming to that. I'm of course.
You know what?
You think I wouldn't talk about that?
Okay. Out of your love for Batman, I will grant you the Nolan trilogy, even though I think like Rises is an extremely average ending to it. It's for the same reason that I essentially debate. So I don't think Star Wars is one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
Yeah, no, the third one was really bad.
I think Empire Strikes Back is one of the greatest films of all time.
Yes.
And on either side of it are two very okay movies.
Like when I say third one, I mean the sixth one. That's what I meant.
That's the weird part about Star Wars. Return of the Jedi.
Rakesh Roshan numbering system.
Awful movie. Like I say this with great love for the Star Wars universe that I have.
Yeah.
Not even getting into the latest episodes of Boba Fett because that'll be a whole separate 2-hour scream fest. But I don't think Star Wars is the best trilogy. I think in that sense, you know what? I'll grant you the Nolan trilogy because I definitely think Batman Begins I'm only going in terms of quality, in terms of minutes of celluloid. I think it's a better opening film than Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
In terms of for a trilogy.
Oh, good. So good.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to the Future. Again, no debate.
Hell yeah, Back to the Future is just, I keep going back, okay?
Because it's in terms of trilogy writing, if you want a trilogy that is perfect in terms of from where it starts, it wraps up everything neatly at the end, right? Like basically that's the other thing with the trilogy, right? Is the promise that you made in your opening film, can you eventually pay it off in a coherent way, right? Is what is this thing of a great trilogy, right? So, and I think in that sense, also the great thing about Back to the Future is every single film on its own is wildly entertaining.
You don't need to have context also. You can just watch Back to the Future 2 and you're like, okay, cool. Now
this was a
there.
thing, right? The 80s, right? Where this is like Spielberg and Zemeckis just had to touch a movie and it became amazing. And so that's 100%
also like I think I would judge a trilogy by many factors. Okay, now this is me coming in. I would judge a trilogy in a technological prowess, as in how it was shot, how it was edited, how they pulled off some of the stunts. Like if you look at the hoverboard sequence and how they pulled off the hoverboard sequence, is very interesting. I would also I don't know if you know this, but there is a okay, so Back to the Future 3, there is a small little theory, okay? You know how people have these theories about movies, right? What is this person doing? So I think it's 2 or 3. I think in 3. Basically, when the doc comes on the train, there are 2-3 kids with him. And apparently, one of the kids, they zoom in, one of the kids is doing a lurid gesture. Who's going?
Okay.
Like that. And then he does this and he goes like, it's a very, how do I explain it? It's just like, there is no answer to what was this kid doing. You know what I mean? What was happening, because the entire scene is being shot and this is an 8-year-old kid trying to be seductive. And I don't understand. Did he go back to the future and he's gone back in time and he's like, is this how time travel works? But you should
that's a great
please
theory.
Everybody who's watching, check Back to the Future 3 and all. Back to the Future, I'll try to put a link to what that kid was doing.
Please.
So
that sounds great.
And music. Oh my god, Back to the Future, such good music.
That theme song. Great track to listen to on a run.
The
Shami, we mentioned the Before trilogy. It's a beautiful trilogy.
Which one?
It's a beautiful. The before sunrise, before sunset for a minute.
See, guys, we will try to talk about all the trilogies you guys are mentioning.
We will not
Please,
be
for a
talking about
bit.
the Taken trilogy.
Yeah.
We will not be talking about
Listen,
the.
Taken trilogy also, was it Taken 2 or Taken 3? Again, so I am a very, like, I love looking at behind the scenes. I love
Right.
understanding what exactly happened and, you know, like, what happened
Yeah.
behind the scenes. And Taken 2, if I'm not wrong, is one of the only sequences that has around 40 cuts in a
Taken
fight
three,
sequence.
Taken three.
Taken
No,
3.
he's trying to climb the fence.
Yes,
That one where he's trying to
yes.
climb the fence. There are some like some 11 or 13 cuts in
Yeah,
9
it
seconds.
is one
or
of the
something
most
stupid like that.
bizarre sequences of editing that I have ever seen in my life. So yeah, and honestly, Taken set the you know how certain movies set the mood for certain people, right? Like how
Yeah.
maybe LOTR set the mood for fantasy, Star Wars set the mood for science fiction. Taken set the mood for really bad Liam Neeson movies.
Yes, it did. It did set the stage for some terrible movies.
Liam Neeson, he's trapped on a plane. Liam Neeson, he's now in a train. Liam Neeson, he's
Liam
on a
Neeson, who,
ship.
as it turns out, doesn't have a special or specific set of skills, but a very broad and general set of them, because he's good in everything. But yeah, so see, these trilogies we agree, all right?
Yeah.
And we sort of put them out of the way and say that ये तो है ही.
Right,
मतलब-
तो मैं मेरे लिस्ट से up top और कौन से है which I think are the
हाँ.
best. So obviously we spoke about Star Wars, we spoke about Dark Knight trilogy, LOTR.
Yes.
Oh, and there are two trilogies I'm going to mention which definitely belong up top.
Okay.
One is obviously everyone knows it is the yes the Godfather guys, relax, we are going to be talking about the Godfather. Okay, and I'm going to say something right now as someone who has. So I read the first Godfather. I've seen
Right.
the first movie, but I have till date not seen the second movie. And according, everyone claims that is the best sequel.
Second movie is outstanding.
To
It
any-
is. I mean, The Empire Strikes Back is up there, but yeah, it's outstanding. It is. Part 2 is. It's just what an achievement. You have that movie. It comes and it's this seismic cinematic event. All right, like seismic, like to the point where it potentially changes, like things forever. And it's not like a conventional give it a sequel movie,
Yeah.
right? It's not that sort of thing. And then you do Godfather 2, which tells a story that you think is already complete and then takes it somewhere else, like entirely. And it's beautiful. It is really, really beautiful.
So yeah, to all the people who are saying what in the chat, yes, sorry dosto, I have not seen it. And also please don't spam Atish, I don't know. We will talk about everything. Chillax guys, chillax.
Yeah,
Spam
guys,
mat karo,
everything. Yeah,
Atish,
everything.
calm down. Itna kya utshahit ho rahe ho?
Everything we will talk
We will
about,
definitely talk.
everything.
So yeah, so top would be Godfather, then.
Godfather 3 was average though, so
It
we
falls
should
in the
remember
same
that.
this thing of the first, second, and third. You know, there's apparently a theory that the third is always the worst, and it comes across in a bunch of movies. If it comes in, for example, okay, and this is again another underrated trilogy, Shrek 3. Shrek 3 was really bad. Shrek
Yeah,
1,
but Logan
Shrek
was
2,
the best.
Amazing.
But
Huh?
Logan was the best.
Was Logan part of a trilogy?
Yeah. There were all the Wolverine Origins films, right? There was Wolverine Origins, and there was the one where he was in Japan, and then there was Logan.
Oh, yeah. So then there are a few exceptions to that clause, but
Occasionally it
across the board.
happens.
Oc-
Return of the King.
occasionally.
Return of the King. This is the shit.
Break
I
out.
wept like a baby. I wept like a baby. Oh, dude. Again, right now that somebody's mentioned it, Bourne Ultimatum, dude. Yeah. That film is the tightest fucking film in the world. Like, I go back sometimes to scenes just to study how they got like the spatial, like that entire, I think it was Waterloo Station sequence. Man, it is such a technically spectacular. This is a sequence that is happening in a crowded station with multiple parties moving around different platforms, and somehow he directs it in a way where you always know where everyone is relative to everyone else, and you're never confused, and it's not sleight of hand. It's just tight, and it's fucking amazing. That movie is just, it's too good. It's too good. I'm done.
It is. No, I get it. I agree. I had never seen something like that. Even that was something where I was like, whoa. Then by the second or third, the shaky fight sequences had me going, whoa, I don't know what is happening. Who's punching who? Where is the camera, guys? Why is it like that all over?
Right? Like, just so good. So good.
As Pokraj clearly said, like you said in the Loop Lapeta stream, complete chaos.
My God, dude. It's like handling children. I swear to God. It was very good fun.
I was seeing it. It was too much
It was
fun.
great fun. It was chaotic and brilliant.
Okay, I'm going to mention one more and then we'll move on to a super chat break.
Sure.
Okay, this for me is, oh my God, Satan. How dare you mention this? Yes, of course, it is a great trilogy. The Human Centipede trilogy is
Of course.
not the trilogy I was going to talk about, but
Yeah.
since you've mentioned it, I
But
have
we
to
know about it. It's not
talk
like we
about
have
it.
our head up our ass.
Yeah. Dude, I love how smart they were. They made the first movie, they did all that shit. Then the second movie was about a guy who wanted to make a movie
Yes.
based on the first movie.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
the third movie was someone who said this is a great experiment. I'm like, how have you gone so meta in your own universe? Dude?
While we're speaking of meta, then I must drop another Uno card of excellent trilogies, which I think needs to get way more love. Sam Raimi's Evil Dead trilogy.
Groovy.
Evil Dead, groovy.
Groovy.
Also, side note: Ash versus the Evil Dead, best show, best show. Too much, too good show. But Evil Dead, because again, Evil Dead, right? He makes a film. It's a great horror film.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2, he basically goes, I now have a budget and a fan base. What if I kind of remade the first one, but it's also a sequel to the second one? And in the third one, he goes, you know what? I can't do the same thing again. Now it is tropey and campy. What if I just lean into it and have Chainsaw Arm Guy fight an army of fucking zombies?
Okay,
dude.
So lots of things with regards to Evil Dead. Okay, first things first, I don't know. I think they had confirmed, and I may be getting confused, but in the latest Mortal Kombat game, which is Mortal Kombat 11, I think Ash was supposed to be a character, but I don't.
Are you serious? Chainsaw Ash.
They had planned Chainsaw Ash. I think Chainsaw Ash is, if I'm not wrong. Anyways, so that is one. The second thing, okay, Evil Dead is something that I had seen later on in my life, and if anyone over here wants to watch where every Indian horror film has been inspired from all the Ramsey brother movies, all you see your Raz, Baz, all those movies, Evil Dead is just, oh my God, the literal, the only scene that every horror film uses is that low camera that goes through.
Yeah.
And there are sequences in the movie that are really controversial that would not maybe exist if it was remade, and it was remade, but I don't think so.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Evil Dead only that gave rise to the title, I think in the UK or in America, the concept of the video nasty.
Okay.
All right. The video nasty was essentially, the idea was it was either a gross or a horror film considered too gross for the cinema. So it was a video nasty. The idea being this is something you would watch on video.
Yeah.
Into this thing. So it's a very specific subgenre of gore and this and that.
It is very fascinating. You guys have to watch the Evil Dead series if you get a chance for as he said, the amount of gore, the amount of blood, the undead makeup. You know what's my dream? My dream is one day to purchase I think it's called Neonomicron. That's the book. I want to get
the Necronomicon.
The Necronomicon. I want to get that diary. That
man,
diary.
that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
And I mean, the third movie gave, you know how certain movies give you legendary characters, right? Obviously, Star Wars gave you a bunch of them. Godfather, obviously, the moment you say Godfather, instantly I'm like, you come to me, I'm like, that, okay? Back to the Future, though, obviously, and a lot of people don't know this, but Rick and Morty started because Justin Roiland first made a Back to the Future parody called,
Rick and Morty. Doc and Marty.
And then that led to Rick and Morty. Please watch the parody online, and I promise you, you all are going to message us saying, what the fuck?
Yes, while you're also at it, please check out, wait, I'm going to Google this while we're checking out Rick and Morty, this is a complete.
So while he's Googling what I was talking about, third movie of Evil Dead gave us the most legendary character, Ash with a chainsaw as an arm, and oh man, that is such a coolest shirt on. He's got a chainsaw instead of an arm. What a great, fantastic character. What a great character.
Too fucking good. Okay, so the other thing that you have to watch for fun, it came out 5 years ago. Can I post links?
Yeah, please do. I think you can. You're a mod. You're allowed.
A mod. So, not right now, but in life, later, please go check this out. It's called The State of Georgia versus Denver Fenton Allen.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the animated court case.
It's the audio of a court case. That is just the most batshit conversation between a judge and a guy on trial who is just not having it. And they animated it Rick and Morty style, where they made
It's too funny.
the guy
It's too
Rick
funny.
and the judge Morty, and
It's too funny.
oh my
it's
god,
too funny. It's too funny. And the best
It's
part is
just
you
absurd.
think it's a skit, what is actually it's
this
actually-
happened.
Oh man. Fun fact, Shreyas has said, fun fact, Raimi made a callback to this in Spider-Man 2 with the saw when Doc Ock breaks out of the hospital.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes,
I didn't
yes.
notice that. Thank you so much.
That entire, actually, in fact, if you go back and watch Spider-Man 2, that entire sequence of Doc Ock's creation, basically in the
coming out,
hospital,
yeah, it's
where there's
very
that
Evil
fog and then tentacles
Yeah,
come out and this
yeah.
thing, that is pure Evil Dead. Like pure. While, okay, it's also, you want to do a super chat break first?
Yeah, I'm going to do a quick super chat break. While I'm doing a super chat break, I see that there are around 600 people watching. There were 600 people. Now 7 have gone to click on the link you sent. Enjoy,
Come on.
enjoy.
Sorry.
While you-
Stay here.
please,
Delete the link.
Enjoy,
I'm deleting the
enjoy.
link.
But like dabao, dosto. Please
Like
like
dabao,
dabao.
yaar.
I don't
Like
get it.
dabao.
Why
Kya kar
we
rahe
are
ho?
at such
383
low likes. It's not
balls.
possible. If there are
400 ho
600
gaya.
people like watching, you have to press the like button. Super chat break for all the super chats that have come so far. Utkarsh said Grown Ups was one of the best trilogy. Well, thank you, Utkarsh, for that. And who would you cast in live action Raid Redemption? Well, this is a very different question, but
Live action Raid Redemption. Raid Redemption is live action. What?
sorry,
What am I
Red
missing
Dead
here?
Redemption. Red
Red
Redemption.
Dead
I read something
Redemption.
else. My bad.
Okay. Like इसका इतना मस्त कराटे किया कि एकदम एनिमेटेड ही लगा मेरे को.
Rohan will answer that. Rohan, you
What
can
is
think
the
of the
question?
answer. Who would you cast in live action Red Dead Redemption?
Someone
Someone gritty. Like, I think they did a very Clint Eastwood. If he was young, would be perfect. But I mean, that's his zone.
No, currently
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac for everything.
Straight up, Oscar Isaac. Straight up. Why not?
Russell Crowe would be good. Yeah, Russell Crowe would be. But he's old. That's the only. But you need someone younger and much like gritty.
Honestly, and this is not for Arthur Morgan. This is for what's his name from the first movie? How have I forgotten his name? He's like my favorite character. How have I forgotten his name?
Yes, Himanshu.
Fucking
With you,
tragic
someone.
hero. I'm going to find him. I'm
Pedro
going to find him. I'm
Pascal
going to
also
find
would
him.
Be great. Yeah. Okay.
What's
yeah.
his name? Oh, John Marston.
Oh, yes,
I'm
yes,
putting
yes.
it out there, and you might agree with me if you watch the latest episode of Boba Fett and Justified. But Timothy Oliphant.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like someone.
You want it? Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna
Timothy
pause.
fucking
Okay, I'm
Oliphant,
just going
alright?
to
Let's
pause
do
the
it.
super
I need
chat
to
this
do
thing.
it.
Oh my god, why is he so
That
good
man-
looking, dude?
The goal is if at that age I can be even 1%,
as hot.
that 1%, I'll take 1%. Shucks, I will take 1% of Timothy Oliphant's hotness for my soul. Alright?
He didn't need Boba Fett's armor because the smoldering heat inside would have cooked him. When he walks out today and he's like his fingers are drumming near the gun and he's got that little smolder, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
oh man, dude, why? How?
Like, what the fuck, man? He's so hot.
Fit.
He's so
He's fit.
stupid
He's
hot.
fit,
And he's
yeah.
not just fit. He's got like, it's the way he carries. Oh, I don't know, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, this is the exact, like he was there, you know, when he was in the office also, they were crushing over him and they were lusting
Yeah,
over
how
him.
can
but
you
in the
not?
office also, like with the shirt and tie, oh my god, okay?
Dude,
And my introduction
if Timothy fucking Oliphant joins the MCU, there will be a scene where even Thor is insecure about how hot this guy is.
He is.
Alright?
to him,
Like, it'll happen.
it's not even like, and you know what the best part about
He
him?
is genuinely the only person I would allow them to recast as Iron Man. I would still hate it, but I'd be like, it's Timothy Oliphant. I will give it a shot.
Yeah, he's not muscular. He's not super ripped. He's like
Yep.
he's just fit.
He is.
And I'm not even kidding, okay? I saw the episode, I was watching the episode today. When he came on screen, I was like, oh! And then when that desert thing happens, you know, and he's
Dude.
smiling, and I'm like, I was blushing. How am I blushing?
Yeah, of course.
Watching
I'm
a
just
show.
like, ah.
How am I blushing? He's so, as Pokrat said, Timothy Oliphant doesn't need to step on me, but he
Yeah.
can trample on
I
me.
will go John Oliver on Adam Driver for Timothy Oliphant, right? Where it's like, crush my throat, you immovable shed.
Jump on me, you giant mountain.
Oh,
yeah, dude, he would make Geek TARDIS has given a fantastic point. If he were cast, he would make an amazing Richard Reeves in Fantastic Four.
He should play Reed Richards.
Reed Richards, not Richard Reeves. Sorry, guys.
He should play Reed.
Dude,
He should totally play Reed
imagine
Richards.
he's got that smolder. He's reaching. You're also in 3D, thinking his arms will cuddle.
And he's got that Downey vibe where he's already slightly elder statesman, but can become more elder
Dude,
statesman.
how old is he?
He is sexy years old.
Sexy
Timothy
one,
Oliphant is
sexy
sexy
two,
years
sexy
old.
three.
Sexy. Let's find out.
Timothy Oliphant
Is Timothy
53,
Oliphant legal to?
dude. Even his hair is so perfect. Okay.
Dude, he could. Dude, no one else should be Reed Richards. No one else should be Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Fuck this now.
Hey.
I will not accept anybody but Oliphant.
Kevin
anymore.
Feige, myself, if you're watching, please.
If it's socially
very
accepted that
important.
fuck off John Krasinski, fuck off with your cute ass looks to camera, piece of shit, go Timothy.
Yeah, that would be damn funny, right?
Timothy.
Reed
Yeah,
Richards
randomly, like, yeah.
finishes Doctor Doom
like,
and then
Doctor Doom does something and like. So somebody said also, right? The perfect casting would now be Rainn Wilson as Doctor Doom.
You took my
Someone on
stapler,
Reddit said,
Reed.
yeah. Someone on Reddit said they should, if they make John Krasinski this thing, they should make Rainn Wilson Doom.
Alright, so that was our lusting over Timothy Oliphant. We shall move next door now that we've addressed the elephant in the room. Thank you.
Nice one.
Alright. Nakul Garg
Nice
gave
one.
Nakul Garg, thank you for your super chat. Then Akhil, thank you for your super chat. Harsh has said Planet of the Apes trilogy. Yes, Harsh, that is part of the list. We will discuss it. March Diaries is hey Sharmi, welcome back. Are we going to be talking about the Before trilogy and Taken trilogy? Yes, we've already spoken about it, so you can maybe go back a little. Parag has said the disappearance of Eleanor Rigby. I don't know if that is a trilogy. I think it was it a trilogy or was it just one movie? So Smith said, Rohan, great board game stream. What is your opinion about the franchises making a second movie out of trilogy always darker? Is Star Wars an influence? Good question.
I think partly, yeah, it is, right? Because Star Wars was, I think, one of the first times in mainstream cinema where this movie comes out and the heroes don't win at the end. I think mainstream cinema, right? Happens a lot in independent and dramatic. So I'm talking about just mainstream genre cinema. Somebody makes a movie where you don't walk out of the theater with catharsis. You just walk out. You've just had two revelations dropped on you, right? One is that Vader is Luke's dad, and the other is, so Han's what exactly? Dead? What? This? You don't know, and you just have to wait, right? And like, if you think the snap was bad now, try and imagine that feeling for an audience that had not even seen Empire Strikes Back before, so there's no context of that happening.
Yeah.
And how that would fuck with your head. So yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm still waiting for the day I get to, use that line. I love you. I know. Oh,
I know. What a great line.
what a great line. And then he's
Also love the parody in Family Guy.
yeah.
They did it, which is like, I love you. Yeah, fuck off.
Okay, next super chat of Dice and Men. There are 4 movies in this series, but Ip Man, yes, of course.
But first one is the best one.
Yeah, oh man, I love that sequence of Bruce Lee and that entire matchstick flicking sequence. I keep watching it whenever I'm like really like
fucking
I want
great
to watch
that
something
is.
super cool.
Ip Man is too good.
Too good. March Diaries, how come India hasn't been able to produce good trilogies despite having the greatest resources at their disposal? I mean, we get the race and
Because up until recently, until we got Bahubali, etc., I don't think anybody has ever thought of movies in terms of trilogies. I don't think anybody has written or left or written stories in a way where even if you don't plan the whole thing out, if you're writing a trilogy or if you're going to this thing, you have to leave your story open for a sequel. I think most of our films are made as single stories and are very much written as single complete stories. So then when they go on to have sequels, etc., they're either thematic sequels like a Murder or a Raz, or you try to do the same thing with the characters. I think you end up fucking it up because you're now just retconning things in places, right?
It's also that, and I also feel like there's no plan, It's always like...
That's what, right? There's no plan. You're going movie by movie, basically.
Yeah. I mean,
you're taking a Fast and Furious approach to it, basically. Or like a race approach. It's a Fast and Furious approach. Where just like, we don't know, we've written everything, but we'll karenge agle picture mein.
Yeah. I mean, that is something that I wanted to anyways mention, like as Shreyas Warrior also said, KGF, Pushpa, all these movies, even Bahubali, if Bahubali 3 would have happened, great trilogy. That would have formed a good trilogy. But, a lot of movies in India also peak at 2. like
Yeah.
Dawn and Dawn 2, done.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
done,
It's
done,
like
done.
Dawn 3, they're like, ha, tika yaar, we've peaked now. What more do you want? There
Correct.
was one more which I had mentioned in my list, which had peaked as the second one. And I'm not even talking about like, yeah, okay, Gangs of Wasseypur.
Yeah.
Peaked at the second one. Should have,
Yeah.
had we had one more, oh my god, would have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
epic.
yeah.
But they
Would have been
also ran
crazy.
out of stories to say. They
Yeah, yeah.
exploited
They
all
just
the
told a
characters.
great story over 2 movies. Just fantastic.
Hera Fairy. For me, the second one, while it is legendary and meme worthy, they copied a lot from, which was that movie I had just seen. It was what's his name? Guy Ritchie movie. Gunstock.
Snatch?
No.
Oh, Lockstock.
Lockstock. Yeah, and two smoking.
Lockstock.
Yeah. So they've copied from that, and I was like, when I found out that, I'm like, yeah, that just ruined. So Hera Fairy peaked at 2, and since Lockstock and two smoking battles, Munna Bhai also peaked at 2. Munna Bhai 3 was going to happen. Munna Bhai Chale
Correct.
America, and they shot a promo for it and all, but that never
But
happened.
then he went to jail also, right? So then that couldn't. No, I'm not saying that. In the sense they couldn't complete it, right? As a result of that.
I thought you meant that
Like-
was the third one. Munna Bhai gaye jail.
No. Genuinely, I was just like, I think what stopped that movie
Yeah.
was just the fact that a sentence and all happened. No,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
or something like that. Like, if I'm not mistaken.
And since we are on that note, Everton, he's like, is there surface level information or you remember all of it? So we do remember, but we also Googled and made a list because it's always
Because you need to
interesting 'cause there's
refresh the
so
mem.
much. Yeah. I'm going to talk about, the last 2 super chats I'm going to read out and I'll tell you what I was talking about. Tara Priya Das, I will profusely giggle if Rohan blows me a kiss. Wow, she's really after you.
Ain't gonna happen.
And Pokraj,
Sorry.
Apu
With the
trilogy
greatest
plus
of kindness.
Madhabi Mukherjee in 3 Ray films. Well, Pokraj, that is a very interesting. I've not seen the movie. Have you seen any of the Apu trilogy?
The Apu trilogy I've seen. Definitely a worthy contender. Again, it's like we put it into, like, in the sense, yes, it is the story of the same people. We put it into a thematic trilogy. Like, in the sense, at no point does Apu eventually become Iron Man. Very beautiful. Like, Pathir Panchali, of course, one of the greatest films of all time. And Aparijito and Apu Sansar also really, I think those are the other 2 films. I think those are both fantastic also.
Sweet. Thanks for the reco, Pokraj. I will definitely check it out, and everyone else also please check it out. It's not like India's not creating good content. We are. It's just we are, like, I mean, technically it doesn't count as a trilogy, but even the Singham Suryavanshi universe is technically, if we were to put it that way. But
The PBCU.
yeah, there is. I'm going to ask you this, okay? We'll divert. Is there a series where you've seen 1 and 2 and you really wish that there was a third? You really
Series
wish
I've
there was a
seen
third.
1 and
I'll
2
tell you
and
which one
really
I
wish.
was talking about. Thanks, Nicholas. We already spoke about The Godfather, but thank you so much.
You tell me what you were thinking about.
Raid. The Raid 1, Raid 2.
Oh, man.
If I had...
But Raid 2 already, like, overblew some of the stuff that had been done well. Like, 1 is tight start to finish. Raid 2, there are some brilliant fights. For others, you can just tell that, like Raid 3 would have taken it somewhere else, I feel. Like, in the sense, in a way where you've just been like, ab kya kare?
Yeah, I mean, but it's also it's like what they did with, like, and since many people have mentioned it also, John Wick also peaked at 2. You didn't need a 3. You didn't need a 3. A 3 was just, and now they're planning a 4. And the way 3 ended,
there must always be more John Wick. There must always be more John Wick.
Of course, there will always.
It will never be the best year, but there must always be more John Wick.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's
Always be John Wick. Always be.
Dude,
John
he fell
Wick.
off a building. He literally fell off a building. Bam, 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 bam. He's lying on the ground and he's still
John Wick,
alive.
yo. John Wick, yo.
Baba Yaga.
Survive anything. What else?
What else?
What could have had a 3? What could have had a 3? Did anything stop it?
Chat, please also let us, League, please let us know if you think that there is any series that ended at 2 and you wish
Spider-Man,
you wish
people
there
are
was one
saying.
more.
I mean, now that's because of No Way Home, but that when it actually happened, man, that series was very average.
Amazing
So I'm okay
Spider-Man.
without an Amazing
Amazing
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
3.
could have been
I would much prefer it if they just now introduce, just say that basically Venomverse and Garfieldverse are the same, and Garfield shows up in Venom from now on. I think that'll be fine.
I would have watched it. Don't worry. Oh my God, Mondays. That's it. Done. Movie over. Movie absolutely over. Fantastic. I would agree. Pokraj Knives Out is coming out as a second movie is coming out. They are shooting it. Nikhil,
nice.
Nikhil and Tushar have given amazing 23 Jump Street. Oh my god.
23 Jump Street. I would
that
love a 23
movie.
Jump Street.
I would love the third movie
I
in
would
that series.
100% watch a 23 Jump Street.
Every
Fuck
time
you, Doves.
I'm feeling bored, I look at that ending sequence and I also look at the scene when both of them are on drugs. And he's and I'm like, what is happening?
I don't know if it, now that you've mentioned it, I don't know if it counts as a trilogy or would count as a trilogy.
Because the two movies, right?
No. I'm talking about, so there was Forgetting Sarah Marshall,
Yeah.
where we were first introduced to rock star All the Snow.
Yeah.
Then there is one of my absolute all-time favorite movies of all time, Get Him to the Greek, which, if you haven't seen, I urge you to watch that film. It is one of the most joyous, fantastic films ever. I would 100% watch a third film with Jonah Hill and Russell Brand as Aldous and his manager.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Dude, Jonah Hill has killed it in, like, Superbad is one movie where I thought maybe we could do 2 and 3. I would have gladly watched it, but that was at that age.
That's a perfect film.
That is just a perfect film. And the one movie that someone has... There are 2 movies that I want to talk about that deserve a part 3.
Okay.
One, only because Meghna keeps on telling me, that is Ghost Rider. I get it, yeah. That is her Gunda.
Ghost Rider
is
3?
her Gunda. Yeah.
Was there a Ghost Rider 2?
There was a Ghost Rider 2, which was way worse than Ghost Rider 1.
Why do I
Ghost
not?
Rider-
Have I blocked out Ghost Rider 2?
Yeah, I think you have. I think all of us have collectively blocked out Ghost Rider. Get it. But someone mentioned, and I feel, oh man, 2 amazing movies. Yes.
Kick-Ass would be great to get a 3.
Kick-Ass, yes.
Somebody pointed out Kick-Ass would be great to get a 3.
Kick-Ass would be amazing.
Yeah.
Anchorman and National Treasure, I agree.
Agreed. Sure. Why not? We'll happily
Nicolas
take a
Cage
third National Treasure.
solving like Legendary and doing like...
Nicolas Cage doing things.
That is a movie coming out, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
It's called Nicolas Cage doing things.
No, I'll tell you what it is, by the way. 1 minute. Just 1 second. Nicolas Cage movie. It's got Nicolas Cage and it's also got Pedro Pascal. Where Nicolas Cage is himself.
Nicolas Cage is himself with Pedro Pascal.
It is called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Okay, where Nicolas Cage is being Nicolas Cage and he's called to a rich man's house where Pedro Pascal, and he has to just be Nicolas Cage, and it's just Nicolas Cage making fun of himself. It's the most meta movie that will ever come out, and I'm
so instead of Mandalorian, it's DeLorean. Man. I'm sorry. I apologize.
God. Okay. So that is, oh my god, that is definite. Okay, cool. Now
someone is saying UPA 3. That's hilarious.
The movie that I was talking about, for me, that would be Legendary, and I've been convincing a lot of people to watch it because, yes, Khagendra. Was it that off tune or what?
Why do I know this? Fuck. Why am I like fucking up? Wait, I know Indiana Jones.
Yes.
But 1 sec, it had 4. What are you talking about?
No, I won't count Crystal Skull.
So great trilogy in that case. If we're not counting Crystal Skull, then Indiana Jones is absolutely perfect trilogy. I love it. One of my favorite trilogies of all time, hands down. Right below Back to the Future.
Just so much fun.
Like right below Back to the Future. Fucking brilliant.
Much fun. Okay, and
brilliant.
Like, just genuinely, again, culturally, what a great character, man.
Outstanding character. Outstanding. Terrible archaeologist. Incredible character.
Very bad.
Like worst archaeologist
I've
seen
in
my life.
But all of them are. I mean, if you come to think about
that's
it.
That's true.
Okay,
Nathan Drake, Lara Croft.
All of
them. Terrible.
Are just even like everyone's just breaking shit. I'm like, that's not how you do. I
am with Fanboy. The Crystal Skull does not exist in Ba Sing Se.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no Crystal Skull in Ba Sing Se.
It does not. And I'm going to mention one more, and then I'll give it over to you, Rohan.
Okay.
The Cornetto trilogy.
Yes, that was what I was going to talk about also. So we can just talk about it. The Cornetto trilogy is great.
Cornetto trilogy is a completely unrelated trilogy, though. It's not even like it's a sequence of events. It's almost like it's the same universe. But
it's like it's just
Shaun of the Dead, amazing. Hot Fuzz for me is
astonishing. Good. Hot Fuzz is
movie.
astonishing.
Okay, so all the people who don't know, I'll quickly explain. There, Edgar Wright is a very
Yes.
very famous director. Recently, he directed Last Night in Soho, and before that,
Yes.
Baby Driver. Edgar Wright is known for visual comedy. There's a great essay again on YouTube where if you type Edgar Wright and how he does comedy with sound, it's quick cuts, but the sound gives away the punchline. It's a very fascinating essay when you come to see it. So his movies have really quick cuts, zooms, and all of that. The Cornetto trilogy is 3 movies with Simon Pegg and what is his name?
Nick Frost.
Nick Frost. Okay.
Nick Frost.
First one
Nick
is
Frost.
Shaun of the Dead, which is a parody on Dawn of the Dead. So, but it's
Yes.
almost like a Britishers fighting zombies. Second
Yes.
one is Hot Fuzz, and I am not going to give you the plot line.
Just watch it.
Watch.
Just watch it.
Hot Fuzz, please. Just
The greater
watch.
good.
Head Fuzz. Head Fuzz, nahi. Hot Fuzz.
The greater good.
And the last one was okay. I mean, what was the last one? The
World's End. That was alright.
Bar at the end of the world or something.
World's End. World's End. It was very alright.
Yeah, it was very okay. But Hot
That was
Fuzz for
alright.
me,
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah, alright. It was alright.
Just-
it was cool. It was
just
whatever.
the best.
Yeah, alright.
okay,
yeah.
Rod, to you. Go for
To
it.
me, I have 2 trilogies now that I would like to make a pitch for. I agree. Hot Fuzz is so damn rewatchable. That is 100% true. Very, very rewatchable. I have 2 movies that I have listed over here, or 2 trilogies rather. Just because even within their respective universes, etc., how perfect they are. One is the Captain America trilogy. It is, I think, one of the most perfect trilogies in the sense that it starts with a decent, very wholehearted, sincere first effort, which is the first Avenger. It's a nice, earnest movie, very tight film. It's not spectacular, but it's a tight fucking film. All right. Then we get Winter Soldier, which is, there are some days where it's my favorite MCU movie, right? Depending on, there's days where I'll even be like, okay, Infinity War.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Winter Soldier. I still think that entire scene with him, Black Widow, in that bunker with Zola is one of the best exposition dump / creepy
Yeah.
scenes in
Yeah.
the MCU. And
Civil War.
Is just, I still remember the first time I saw
saw
Civil
the-
War in theaters.
Do you, the
Right? And yes, there's the airport fight, and yes, there's everything, but somehow in that 2.5 hour movie, there are like some fucking 12 or 13 major speaking parts, and they're all brilliant. And then somehow in the middle of that, we think it's serious and it's about like fucking Cap and Bucky versus Iron Man. In the middle of that, you bring in Ant-Man and Spider-Man
1 second.
and Black Panther.
1 second, okay?
The amazing thing about that is whenever he leaves the screen, you never know what he's going to come back with. He could be going to just do a standard household thing, but he could also just literally be dressing up as Captain America and coming back. Like the thing to recall with him is that, there we go. I told you he wasn't going to
I can't find my Damru because I was going to do that intro. Then he jumps out.
Yep.
This was gifted to me immediately after that movie came out, and this is still like it's always there in my background, and it's just
fucking
this character.
great. That movie is relentless. And it does that airport fight, and it goes, we can't do a bigger fight than this.
Yeah.
So now we're going to scale back, and the Captain America, Bucky, Iron Man fight will be significantly smaller, but it will be brutal, where that relationship will never fully be repaired until like the end, man. It's so, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. Like,
There are moments like, I mean, yeah, sure. I was watching Endgame and I was watching Infinity War, and there are moments where you're like, oh man, that feeling of watching it in the cinema. But like in this, when I remember when Ant-Man first became big, the whole crowd was
dude.
like, what?
Dude.
I mean, like,
Dude,
yeah.
can you imagine having Captain America and Iron Man in the movie and then coming out going, yo, the best thing about that was Ant-Man? Fuck, that's crazy. Also, tangentially, it has reminded me of another movie that I wish had a part 3 because it would have just been the greatest fucking movie ever. It's actually one of my those like, oh man, I know this trilogy will never be complete, but I wish it would be Hellboy.
Oh, yes. The original
Hellboy,
ones, right?
Guillermo del Toro, man. Guillermo del Toro, all right? When, like, before he became the Oscar-winning Guillermo del Toro, we have him to thank for Blade 2, Hellboy 1, and Hellboy 2.
And Pan's Labyrinth.
All right? and Pan's Labyrinth. I'm saying just within the man, Hellboy 1 and Hellboy 2, so
much
fucking good. Okay,
much fun.
so fucking good. Like Hellboy 1, even though it's a perfect movie. Like it's just that blend of weirdness and genuine creepiness and badassy actionness, but also just beautiful character design, which became like his hallmark in life. Like I still think the Hellboy rendering of the way like sort of Abe Sapien was played and done between Doug Jones and what's his name, Niles from Frasier, David Hyde Pierce, I think was the voice. Man, what a fuck! What films, dude? Hellboy 1 and 2.
Dude,
Like,
I remember I'd seen the first one. I was like, okay, cool, interesting. Oh, what is this character? I saw the second one in the cinema and I was blown away. Especially Seth
like,
MacFarlane's the smoke dude. I forgot his name. Why do I keep forgetting?
yeah.
That professor who has that smoke in the suit, nah.
Oh no.
That's two.
No, that's in 1. You're talking about the professor with the smoke in the suit. You're talking
No, no,
about
no.
the soldier, the swordsman,
In the
right?
second one also, he has an
Huh?
entire suit and he's a smoke this thing. So what happens is he gets released
Oh,
and then
yes,
he punches him.
yes.
And
Correct,
I'm
correct,
forgetting
correct,
the
correct,
name,
correct,
but,
correct, correct.
Oh, dude,
Correct.
Hellboy, yes, any day.
Man,
any
Hellboy, I
day,
would kill for
agree.
like a third Hellboy. Like I would absolutely kill for a third Hellboy. Also, while we're on trilogies, while we're talking about trilogies, I have another one. Actually, I have two more
Please
that
go
I must
for it.
bat for.
I've spoken a lot, so I want.
One is, of course, the Toy Story trilogy.
Hey,
Like,
that was definitely part. I mean,
like
you
because
know,
again, Toy Story comes out, it's lightning in a bottle. They announce Toy Story 2, and everybody goes, has Pixar lost it? That they're resorting to sequels of their classic. And then Toy Story 2 comes out, and Pixar's like, you shut the fuck up. And then Pixar starts going through a little bit of a creative slump, and they announce Toy Story 3, and we go, there's Pixar done because of this thing. And then they slap that in there, and everybody's like, fuck, that's crazy.
so today only, okay? Today only. Wait, again, I'm getting up. Hold.
This is my little Jessie the Cowgirl, Funko Pop from Toy Story.
I have had this since I was a
Hey!
kid, okay? This is like for me like this whole so much, okay? I had a lot of like toys that I gave away, right? I gave it to like a kids hospital and I'm like, let children have fun, let them enjoy something nice. But
Yeah.
there were certain toys that I'm like, I'm never going to throw away. I'm never going to ever give you away. And Piggy has been like
Yeah.
so you know why Toy Story means so much to me and why I also mentioned it. Firstly, fantastic movies, all, oh man, iconic characters, stunning animation. If you see, again, I keep mentioning video essays because sometimes if you see video essays about
Also, it's the birth of a whole new genre.
exactly
It's the birth of a whole new animation type, literally.
you
Like,
see the difference between the first Toy Story and the latest Toy Story with regards to the animation and the rendering. Individual hairs of each toy
Yeah,
is
yeah.
visible. You can see
Yeah.
from little Bo Peeps, you can see the change, okay?
Also, the change, right, from 1 all the way to like 4.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the change in the animation. It's like Pixar's literal this thing.
Yeah. And
Like-
okay, I'm gonna confess something since we mentioned Toy Story. Till I think it took a lot of time for me to realize that my toys didn't talk. It took a like Toy Story was one of those movies where I was so much into it that I actually thought if I left the room, my toys spoke.
Would do it.
And
Yeah.
it influenced me so much that sometimes I would not get rid of toys because I would be like, no.
Yeah.
They'll be like, where is Sahil?
Exactly.
Why is Sahil not there anymore?
And what if they're trying to make their way back to you?
Yeah, and dude, I got into, and this took me, okay, now I'm going to admit it on stream. Toy Story also got me into so much of this entire delusion that real, not
Like inanimate objects.
inanimate objects have feelings and they talk to each other. I remember when I was in my, I think, 6th standard, I lost a handkerchief and I cried.
Oh shit.
'cause I'm
That
like-
went deep.
Because I'm like, this handkerchief must be somewhere, and he's thinking about all the fun times he's had with me. Like, you got a friend in me.
It's just
But
floating
he's
down
gone.
some gutter.
Yeah, and he's gone.
Hey. Yeah.
He's
I'm
complete.
sorry, man.
He's
I'm really
complete.
sorry.
Anyway, so
Are you okay? Are you good?
yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just remembering the times where I've spoken to my dogs.
That's amazing.
I'm sitting with Black Panther. And I'm like shush 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 shush. I know you can talk.
Just yeah,
I know
yeah.
you can. Okay.
I have one last trilogy I would like to
Yes.
bat for, that I can think of off the top of my head, and that is, especially since we're discounting future movies, this allows me to do this. Die Hard, 1, 2, and
Yes.
with a vengeance.
Yes.
For me, Die Hard 1, obviously all-time classic.
Of course.
Die Hard 2, good fun. Die Hard with a Vengeance, absolute classic. Like, man, I don't like, in terms of like an odd couple, Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson. Just
Yeah.
so
Too funny.
good. And then Jeremy Irons as the fucking bad guy. Like, come on. Come on. Like just come on.
Another fun fact for the Alan Rickman scene, he didn't know he was being thrown out of the window.
The surprise is real.
Yeah, so that reaction of him falling is actually, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is not what I signed up for. There are a lot, by the way, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, okay, and I'm telling you this, okay, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please let us know. We will definitely do a part 2 because there are a lot of movies to talk about. We definitely
we could
can't
keep
cover
going.
all the trilogies. I know y'all are mentioning also a lot, and definitely we will do a part 2. So let us know in the league, let us know in the chat if you guys want a part 2. I'm going to mention one more movie which I
Please
think is
do.
underrated, which I feel should definitely. What? Light Lapeta. Yes, I saw something else. I was doing so, everyone was asked like, how do you think about it and how do you come across it? And I was doing research and I realized that there are so many movies that definitely come under the trilogy bandwagon. And the one movie that for me just changed so much has to be Austin Powers.
Oh, of course. Of course, baby.
Oh yeah, baby.
Crazy, baby. Austin Powers was so good. Austin Powers was so good.
I will never forget that entire sequence, okay, where he's in the enemy's lair and he's trying to destroy him with the steamroller and the guy's screaming, ah, and the camera zooms out. The guy is very far away from the steamroller.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
very far away.
Exactly.
And he's still like, ah, and you think, okay, cool, you know what? This is a very funny sequence. And can they make it funnier? They make it funnier. After he dies, his son gets a letter saying he was killed. And I'm like, dude, how?
It was absurd. Like, it was completely absurd. Like, the first two had, like, what a vibe they were. Third one I thought was alright, but I also found it hilarious that the actual Bond series then took the same twist that was in the Austin Powers series and tried to do it with a straight face. Like, we all haven't fucking seen Austin Powers. Like, are you stupid? What the fuck? Like, oh man. Just great. It's just so good.
Arra, we've already spoken about the Cornetto trilogy. I think
Also, people saying LOTR, we have also spoken about the LOTR.
We've
Yes.
covered a lot, and like I said, we will do a part 2. We will cover
Yes.
a lot in part 2. Because there genuinely is a lot to talk about.
There's a lot still to talk
There is
about.
still a lot of movies to talk about. So we are going to end it on
Yes.
a very simple note. Rohan, do you have any Hindi movies that you think are good in trilogies?
Good in trilogies, Hindi movies. No, man. I mean,
ज़्यादा है ही नहीं.
I don't think there has been a coherent trilogy yet, like in Hindi movies.
The
Like,
to some extent would come.
but again, the diminishing returns. The first one's the best.
Yeah.
So,
what about
Oh,
Doom?
Vishal Bhardwaj's Shakespeare trilogy. Makbul
yes.
Omkara
Oh,
Heather.
yes. Oh, yes,
Right?
yes,
Gotta. Thank you for that, chat.
Yes.
That's
yes,
definitely
yes.
100% accurate. Dead accurate.
Omkara, Makbul, and Haider, na?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Pokraj, I'm sorry if I missed your super chat. Just send me a message. I'll read it again. This one for me, definitely Dhoom was very entertaining. Dhoom
Was very entertaining.
Dhoom 3 was
Not great.
I mean,
Not great. Not great.
I get what they did, but Dhoom 2 was so much fun.
Dhoom 2 was fun.
There's a guy in my building. He taught Hrithik Roshan how to skate. True story.
Really, what a great story.
Yeah, dude. That's the.
What a great story.
And Hrithik Roshan generally some now as a again like as a kid I'd seen Dhoom 1, 2, 3 and I was like blown away. But as an adult, when you watch it, you're like, I have so many questions. I have so many
The
questions.
main reason I enjoyed Doom 2 was because at this point I had been living in Chennai for about 4 months.
Okay.
And I'd just been listening to a lot of Tamil. It's a beautiful language, but one that I don't speak. I was just obviously a little uncomfortable. And then Doom 2 comes out in theaters and it's there. And I'm like, just going to go and for 3 hours, just listen to people talk like, I just want Hindi masala. Like, I just need that for a bit. And I go there. And as a result of that, I just enjoyed it very much. But then, like you said, came again on TV and I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. You have skates and magnets. You jump in a gutter. The spout of water pushes you up, and then you have an adult.
कुछ भी हो रहा है. That one mercurial magical time where movie magic was so potent it could convince you that Abhishek Bachchan and Uday Chopra were the action leads we needed. What a world, what a life, what a time to be alive.
But till date, you get. I hear that theme, I get goosebumps.
Of course.
There are so many elements to that theme.
Of course.
There's that one chick who goes, like, she screams.
Yeah.
There's a little.
There are still days today where the second I hear that theme, I move out of the way because it's from a truck behind me.
Doom, my world's on fire.
Tata Young. Remember Tata Young?
Yeah, dude. My God.
Now surely Tata middle age. Surely. It's been a while.
Or she like Tata Young. Ho gaya. Bye.
The 3 life stages of Tata Young. Tata Young, Tata middle age and Tata. Tata born, Tata young, Tata middle age.
Too much fun. Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap up on that note. We've covered a lot. And
one last note that's come up a few times, just before we wrap up, say, and yes, absolutely, the Apes trilogy, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Apes trilogy, too much, too good.
Listen, I am at this point of time, if it's one movie with Andy Serkis or 3, I will watch all.
100%. All movies.
Any movie with Andy Serkis.
100%.
Which is why, I'm very excited for Batman. And as we said earlier, hopefully this will also be a trilogy. Let's see. Fingers crossed. So yeah, dosto, you all have all given a lot of chats, and I will
Pokraj's chat.
What is Pokraj's chat, yaar? Pokraj
Feluda adaptations should have been a trilogy, is what he's saying. Also, Madhabi Mukherjee trilogy with Ray, Mahanagar, Charulata, and
Pokraj, you have a very how do I explain it? A very good and specific taste, and now I'm feeling dumb for not having seen any of these, so I will definitely check it out.
हम भी देख लेंगे.
अरे देखेंगे हम भी अगला stream part 2
हम भी देख लेंगे.
बना लेंगे दोस्तों, बना लेंगे. Rajat Srivastava, what about Oceans? Yes, we will I mean, yeah, now you've said it.
Yes.
Okay, last movie. Oceans 11, 12, 3. My God.
11, 12, 13.
Rakesh Roshan is
11, 12, yeah. Rakesh Roshan's fucking with you.
Rakesh Roshan's fucking with me,
Rakesh Roshan's fully fucking with you.
11, 12,
fully. 11 great, 12 very bad, and 13 again time pass.
Yeah.
So not greatest trilogy. Great one movie, 2 cash-in sequels, which is also why Matrix is not in greatest trilogies. So yeah.
So right, guys, I hope we've answered your questions. We will definitely do a part 2 of this and a part 3 because we are sticking to the meta joke of us doing a trilogy on trilogies. So yes. I hope you guys really enjoyed. We will cover all the suggestions that you have mentioned. Also, we will definitely cover. Meanwhile, you can spam the chat with more movies that you have seen that we have not spoken about, which we will definitely cover in the next episode. 2 things. Number 1, please press the like button before you go. Make sure that you like the stream and tell people that the stream is there. If you are late to this channel, stream, send this link to all your friends and tell them Sahil and Rohan just lost the shit over a bunch of movies, and that's all the background information you need. Technically
over here for every movie that we talk about, we're talking about 3 movies. So today we've at least geeked out over 90 movies technically.
It's a short span, but a lot of geeking out. 90 movies and Timothy Oliphant. That's all.
That's it.
We have definitely spoken about. So please do that. And on that note, before we go, Rohan, announcements.
Like I said, streams. Hopefully Saturday's stream will happen. Then Tuesday there's Tapsi Pannu and Tahir Raj Bhasin, who will be joining me for 30 questions very kindly. Akash Bhatia, the director of the movie, will also be there. Trying to get Atul Kasbekar, who's the producer, also to join, so everybody can talk. And it'll be good fun. I'm hoping that there'll be another fun stream on Wednesday. Unfortunately, this Monday, there will be no crossword stream, as I will be attending a very dear friend's wedding. So I will try and schedule that for some point later in the week.
Okay, done. I know I'm shaking hands for that, but yeah, dude, congratulations. Subscribe to Rohan's channel, guys, and yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Another fantastic week of streaming ahead. So thank you so much for watching.
What announcements do you have?
Any announcements? Nothing.
Amazing. Great day.
I'm chilling and taking this weekend off to chill. So yeah, we shall see you next week.
Done.
We shall see you. On that note, to everybody who chatted, thank you so much. To everybody who super chatted, much more thank you. And to the mods, Devesh, thank you so much again. And chalo dosto, we shall see you. As you know, it's time to cue
Tata.
the ending. Yeah, Tata.
Tata.
Bye bye. Ending music.